Hello everyone. Don't mind that mess in the background over here. That's my sex bed. But anyway, we're here to talk about the amazing TV show Future Avengers. Now, I came across this show whilst browsing Disney Plus one day, as every teenager does. And I found this. And I was like, oh, it must be like that one show. You know, the one where it's like, you know the one, right? And I thought maybe it's as good. Maybe, just maybe, it could be as good as the... This show is a beautiful combination. One of the parts is anime. And then the Avengers are there too. I mean, surprisingly, the Avengers as an anime sounds like a great concept. Something up there with Demon Slayer or Steins Gate. It could be an absolute artwork. Yeah, they did not do that. But that's enough dilly-dallying. Let's just jump into it. Episode 1, according to IMDb, is titled Aim for the Avengers. But when the show actually starts up, that's not what the title says. So you know we're in for a real treat. The show starts off with a small little action sequence of each Avenger showing off their skills against a massive robot kind of thing. And then it cuts to 3 random children who throw a hurricane at the screen, and then the title card appears. You're probably wondering, who are those kids? Because don't worry, I don't know either. We are then introduced to what I assume to be our main characters, or the 2 kids from earlier, Makoto and Bruno. As they are spying on this tiny little robot rabbit thing, you can definitely tell that they're rivals because they have that classic old banter where anime characters interact with each other.
No way you're beating me today, Makoto.
Come on, get a grip, Bruno. This is a training exercise, not a competition. We're supposed to be working as a team.
So Bruno jumps down to try and catch the rabbit first, and we instantly get told that his character is a cyborg because he's like, electricity and rockets and stuff. And then the other character will then show off his powers, which I assume will be the main character. Now, I'm going to give you 2 options of how he will do it. He will A, show off like Bruno did, or B, something that we are completely not expecting at all in a Marvel TV show.
Activate Aerial Act! Type 3, float!
Yeah. This show is definitely an anime. So Bruno and Makoto chase around this little bunny for a bit in a kind of way where it's just like, oh, we are good friends. Look at how good friends we are. We are friends. But unfortunately, old mate Bruno diddly darn fucks up and he's like, I'm malfunctioning. So old mate Makoto is like, I'll give you a hand. Bruno, being the edgy anime protagonist, is like, ugh. A little time passes and we cut to some sort of sunset scene. And according to this, the Avengers are an evil group. Hence the name, probably. You don't believe me?
We haven't come up with a way to take down the most evil villain team of all. But just wait! We'll find your weakness and destroy you, Avengers!
I'm gonna be a bit honest with you. This sounds like a really interesting plot device. Evil Avengers, it's like Injustice, but Marvel. After that, we then cut to Makoto having a dream sequence where it then shows every form of Avenger doing something evil. Definitely enhancing the evil thing. I'm getting behind this. Good. But in a cliche way, he is woken up by a new character. Or characters. This is Chloe and Audi. And they explain to Makoto that he has been living a lie with a extremely persuasive argument.
You know the Avengers? Well, those guys aren't the bad ones. It's the opposite. We're the bad guys. And we're here to get you out.
Oh, is that all you're gonna give me? Okay. I guess I'm convinced. Next scene, leading on from that scene to Tony Stark being in a sushi bar, and he's just the most anime. Anyway, he is cornered by Hydra, whom, well, being Hydra, threatens to kill him. But don't worry, Tony Stark, being Tony Stark, summons his suit of armor to fly through the walls to save the day.
It's the nifty remote control suit. Repulsor!
How does this, like, exist? Who confirmed this? Who actually made it a real thing? Just play it again, please.
Repulsor!
What the fuck? Imagine, if you will, you're in the theater and you're watching Infinity War and Thor chucks his axe thingo at Thanos. All emotions leading up to this scene. The big climax of the film. And then Thanos would say his famous line. But you know, instead, he just goes, Infinity click. How dumb would that be? That's the same thing as this. Oh, I'm mad. Iron Man then obviously beats Hydra up henchmen with the most anime fight ever. You've got your whole speed lines and your zoom lines and your repulsive piece of shit.
Usually I leave a big tip, but with the suit on, it's hard to reach my wallet. Sorry.
This show actually causes me physical pain. I honestly don't know why they felt the need to actually introduce Iron Man when he was literally 2 minutes ago introduced to us and at the start of the show and probably other times. Man, I'm really glad that my short-term memory is playing up that I wouldn't know who his name is. Afterwards, Iron Man then yoinks some information from Hydra and is trying to figure out what the diddly-darn fuck Hydra is up to. Whilst doing that, Makoto literally falls out of the sky. Okay, so being a normal human being, Tony Stark is like, who are you? How can you fly? Pretty reasonable questions, right? And Makoto's just like, just watch.
Tell me how come you can fly? Or how about you tell me, who the heck are you? So kid, why don't we try it this way? Your turn.
Why bother? I already know everything about you, Tony Stark.
Like, bro, he was just asking you some simple questions. Why do you have to go out of your way to be a complete asshole to him? Dude.
You want Hydra? Well, I've got the goods on where their top secret base is at. But in return, you're gonna save my friends.
Okay, there's a few things wrong with that, like, one line. You're asking this guy, when you intrude on his place, for you to help him out. And second, what is that cut? What is with the show and the most abrupt cuts between scenes? Then come back to when Audi, Chloe, and Makoto were on the island, and apparently Makoto believed that one sentence from ages ago.
You know the Avengers? Well, those guys aren't the bad ones.
Well, obviously that one line actually worked on Makoto because, you know, he actually did escape. Anyway, back to the show. Whilst trying to escape, Audi and Chloe show off their powers. Chloe can disguise herself as anyone, and Audi is
Hackerman.
But the reason why they cannot escape the island and only Makoto is that Chloe and Audi have these collar things that can explode if they disobey orders. Now, if you think about it, Audi's power can hack anything, including the collars. Why doesn't he hack the collars, show? Obviously, Makoto escapes, as seen earlier, and Iron Man is like, we need to do something. You're too dangerous, so I'm gonna lock you up. Makoto's like, no, I want to help. And I'm like, why does Avengers Tower look like that? We then cut to Bruno interviewing Chloe and Audi in their cells, and it turns out Bruno knew all along that this secret organization that they're working for was Hydra, and they were evil. Wow, what a twist. And we're told this by the boss, and guess who the boss is? Haha. But then mid-conversation, sirens go off because the Avengers are here.
Smash!
And again with the title cards, and the episode ends, but not before we get to see the best outro I have ever seen, ever. Play it, please. What a rush! Obviously, that episode left on a cliffhanger, so I'm going to go now. I'm kidding. We're going to watch the second episode. Episode 2 starts off with a flashback of what occurred last time. Instead of, like, you know, telling us what happened with like character dialogue or even a narrator saying last time on the Avengers, it just shows flashes and grunting. I wish I was kidding. Makoto escapes the confinement room that Iron Man locked him in the previous episode to keep him safe and goes to go save the day. And then the intro plays. Okay, so now I'm interested. I love anime intros. I literally make my own for some of my other videos. I'm prepared. Come on, bring it on, show. Bring it on. Okay, never mind. This is the best anime intro. Why is everyone so serious? And then Wasp is just the most kawaii anime girl I have ever seen. Okay, this makes it better. The show then opens with a fight scene between the Avengers and Hydra. And again, with the title cards. Last episode, we already knew who they were. You don't have to do this again every episode. What the fuck? Anyway, more fighting, and then Red Skull appears. It was the most anime antagonist I have ever seen. He's honestly my favorite part about this show because he's just such an anime character, and not a bad one at that. Anyway, the Avengers and Red Skull battle it out a bit, and then all of a sudden he enters his next and final form, which is a hentai bot. You can't make this shit up even if you tried. This is amazing. Anyway, with the Red Skull's newfound power, he actually starts beating up the Avengers, and it has stuff like this death laser that just comes out of nowhere. Okay, show. So it's not looking too good for the Avengers. So, of course, old mate Makoto shows up and tries to deal with it, but Iron Man is just like, nope, fucking takes him away. Whilst the whole fight is actually still going on, by the way. People are literally dying out there. All right, Iron Man. Little selfish motherfucker. Anyway, Iron Man takes him over to some forest somewhere, and Iron Man is like, grr, you're a kid. And he's like, nah, but I'm an airbender. And something, they figure out that it's actually nanotechnology that the Red Skull has. And it's too advanced or something that Iron Man says. And so there has to be some sort of control hub. And Makoto's just like, oh, in their base, I'll show you. And Iron Man's like, ugh, fine. Then they fly off to disable Red Skull's armor. And Makoto really wants to find his friends. Makoto does actually find his friends. And Bruno is like, I'm a villain.
You see, Bruno, Red Skull's been lying to us from the very beginning. Hydra are the bad guys, dude. The Avengers are heroes. I know it's hard to believe, but
yeah, it was hard to believe. Then why did you do it? Bruno then explains to Makoto that they were destined to be villains to begin with, and there's no way to change fate at all, and you can't make your own choices at all. And Makoto, actually being the reasonable one in this conversation, is like, well, that's dumb. Honestly, the most logical thing I've heard come out of this guy's mouth this entire show. And of course, Makoto's wise words makes Bruno the big upset.
friends stick together no matter what. Besides, I don't want to be the world's greatest superhero. What I really want is for you and me to be the world's greatest superhero duo.
You see this? This right here? Get the fuck out of here! This right here! This is the most emotional TV show you will ever see! Unfortunately, his big sad had to come to an end because it was interrupted by Iron Man literally saving the day and shutting down all the systems, letting Makoto's friends go and destroying Red Skull's hentai bot. Iron Man flies over and is like, dude, what the fuck? And Red Skull's like, fuck you, Iron Man, and hits the self-destruct button on his own base. But the kids are still inside. As trying to get out, Makoto dies. Yeah, he actually dies. That's the that's the episode. That's it. I can go home now. I wish I could go home, but the comment section will want to know what happened next. Episode 3 legit opens up to Makoto being in a hospital bed. So, I guess he didn't die then. This kind of ruins all of the suspense of what occurred in the previous episode. So I guess we're gonna flash back to how we actually survived. Makoto and Bruno are hanging on for dear life. Now you're probably wondering why Makoto just does not fly up. But you see, they actually give a great reason to why he cannot.
Quick, use your powers! Type 8 aerial act will save you both!
I'm trying, but I can't do it. I don't have the energy.
Oh, that's why. Oh, my bad. I hope they give other reasons to why he can't fly up.
He's overheated. He used too much power earlier.
Anyway, Makoto is struggling to hold on to Mr. Robot Man, and he gives his dramatic speech. It wasn't really that dramatic. About heroes and villains, and he just lets go in a self-sacrifice.
But whenever I talked with you about the future, I felt different. You made me feel like a hero. Thanks for everything, Makoto.
Sorry to kind of interrupt this heartwarming moment, but How do you think this scene is going to end? How it's going to dramatically put everything together? Go on, take your time. There's probably like a clock up here or something. Go on, think about it. Cool. Let me just play it for you. They had the audacity, to play like 3 scenes from earlier and nothing more. They were so lazy that they did not make up any other scenes from like their childhood or anything. Anyway, something dumb happens and Makoto turns into the most anime protagonist and has some sort of hidden power and he turns green. Like, dude, I don't even give a shit anymore. They get saved, fucking, they hold their dicks for the rest of the episode. I don't care. That's it. Drawing the line, cut the footage. Wow, that's something I've never done before. I hope you enjoyed because I did actually enjoy making this. Watching the show, however, if you did like the video, chuck it a like. Let me down in the comments if you want me to do more shit like this. Otherwise, I'll be making Minecraft videos for the rest of my fucking life. Also, if you look at the description, it says socials like Twitter, Instagram. Go follow those. That wasn't a request. That's a threat. So do that. Subscribe, like video, blah, blah, blah. You know the gist. Fucking just get out of here, man.